Good evening, everyone. It's Thanksgiving evening, and I'm cold. I'm very, very, very cold. It is supposed to be snowing, but, well, it's not. But just to give you an idea of how cold it is, snow. If you couldn't tell, we're back here at the shop. Can't open that all the way. Hold on a second, just gonna make my way over here, and there we go. Walk back over here, and there we go. We have pressed paperboard over here, and there's a reason why we have a whole sheet of it. And the reason for that is right over here. Hang on a second, I'm just gonna stand up here, and that's because look at here, we have a little step. And it is so cool because now I feel so much higher in the sky looking at the layout. Previously, you would be looking at right here on the step, now you're looking at right here, and I think that is just awesome. I bought this Western Maryland cold car from PGH Train Fanatic. Also got this one and this one. You can see over here we've started to get some of the pressed paperboard on the table. We're going to have to redo the railing, but that's fine. But over here you can see that I've started to lay out some of the track. It came the last day I was here, and so this is just test fitting for now, but you can kind of see how it's going to come from, if we look back at the piece of paper here, it's going to come from way back in the back over there through a tunnel in the mountain and then come out and then to here. And that will basically be this right here. I'm thinking about having the tunnel come right up to about here, and then everything from here back you'll see. It's quite dusty, so we're going to clean off this track and stuff. But yeah, so all is looking good. Because this is going to be a second layer, I only had them come up to here with this pressed paperboard, and it went back there because we have the line going back there, coming out over there. You can see those trains over there in the shelf, right there. And the only reason that they're out of the shelf is because if we come around over here, we have another section of walkway over here. And this was where the shelf was, and obviously they couldn't put that there because they had to put this here. Getting underneath the layout has become a new kind of struggle because I have to bend down like this and then crawl over and, you know, try not to fall. And getting back up is the same exact way. You have to, like, kind of put your foot up here without hitting your head, and, well, let's just say doing that with trains and cars is not as easy as it seems. Moving track was just a pain, and, well, yeah. Also, I have the Chicago and Alton engine to show you in a little bit. The Santa Fe engine is getting TMCC as well as a Pennsylvania M1 Mountain train. I know the M1 Mountain doesn't usually carry passenger cars, but I don't really run a steam air sort of freight stuff, so I figured passenger cars, we'll go for it. There is one more thing I want to show you, and I hope I don't mess this up. This is the last walkway, this thing right here, and the way it works is you put them in right here and then you secure them like this, and then you do that for each one, and then you take this one out, there will be one here, and then you take this one out, and this folds down. And the only reason we do that is because this comes out in the way quite a bit, and just because we just wanted to go ahead and have it so you could lift it up and have it up here in case you needed to walk closer to the layout or something like that. First thing we're going to do tomorrow is paint the top level here of the pressed paperboard. What I was told, if this thing gets wet, it's going to break. So I already walked on here a little bit with wet shoes, and you can kind of see the mark it's left already. So obviously I shouldn't have done that. But yeah, so we're going to paint all this over tomorrow, take all the track off, and then put all the track on that we have. One thing you will notice is there's no pop-up hatches over here. Don't worry, they will be here sometime, but when they put this pressed paperboard on, they didn't account for the pop-up hatches yet, so they're going to be cutting those out soon, but not yet. They are just covered up because I wanted to get this on top. Alright, well, we've done some work, and it's nothing impressive. So I'm missing left-hand switches from Atlas, those things right there. I have the right-hand ones, but I don't have left-hand ones. So that's what we're waiting on. But I have been able to build this little bit of section right here. So this is going to be on the incline in the back of the tunnel. All the cars I have right there are the longest and tallest cars I have. Just doing checks on where everything fits and how everything fits, making sure everything is okay. But this is actually where stuff is going to be. So the mountain is going to be sort of right about there, and it's going to come across here and something like that. That track right there is going to be a reverse loop in the mountain. It's going to come out here and go back that way. If you're coming this way. Those two loops right there are these two loops that come around. These two are going to go through the yard. This track is coming into the yard here. There's going to be a switch right after that. It's going to go into the yard right there, and the engine shop and stuff like that back there. And y'all know the whole layout plan, I think. I've talked about it a little bit enough. Those tracks are going to go that way into the tunnel, meet that track, and go up the mountain. So, nothing too much. I just wanted to go ahead and give you the small progress update that we've actually built a little bit on this side. Honestly, this took quite a bit, and it doesn't look like a lot of track, but we've probably got about 50 to 75 pieces of track right here. This is actually an 054 to 072 switch right there. I have two of those on the layout. There's going to be one right there making the turn here and then going into the reverse loop. And then there's one over here going into the passenger station on the top level that we haven't put up yet. I can't say if I like these or not. I haven't tried them in operation yet, but they do look pretty cool, and they have worked for me so far, just rolling trains over them. This is an 072 loop of track too, by the way, but this is just the 054 turnout because they don't have an 072 with the 090 turnout. But oh well, everything can still run on it so far. I haven't had any problems. Of course, I don't know if some trains can run on it, but we'll see. You can see that we've painted the pressed paperboard material that we have here on the top so far. The same green that we have there. I really like this green. We're going to be getting new rails as well since this came up to the top railing that we had. You can see the difference right here. And that way we can also put the uncoupling switches and the switch controls on that as well. We've also got this side painted. I think it's dry. We painted it yesterday. And now it has the gray match to the floor. Well, kind of. I think I'm going to be repainting part of the floor too. We haven't painted the top of this yet, but we painted the side here, or at least some of the side. And we're going to paint this gray soon, but not this trip. This side will probably be painted for the next video. Anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed this very interesting update video. There's really, I can't say that any of this is planned. I really wanted to have like a whole bunch more of this done, at least maybe this whole side, but that didn't happen. But that's okay. This is taking a lot longer than I thought, but maybe by 2022 we'll have trains running. Bruh.